This is a quick way to assemble your center section if you're extending beds. We're going to have one panel laying on here, just like we would normally build a bed. We would put two corner pieces on it, and then we would be done and move on to the next one. Instead of that, we're going to lay a panel on here. We're going to lay our corner piece on. We're going to shove it all the way on so it won't fall off. We're going to take another corner piece. We're going to lay it on top just like this. We'll do that on both sides. And now we'll take our other panel. We'll lay it on there, and that'll add weight so these won't fall off. So with your two corner pieces trapped between the two panels, you have weight on it. You can slide these out until you can get your hole to line up. Once you have a bolt in one end, move to the other end and do it next. And with both end bolts in, then your center bolts automatically line up. We will go ahead and put all the nuts on finger tight. So we drug our corner pieces out. We put all four bolts in. We have all four nuts on. They're hand tight. Now I'm going to look down here. I'm going to make sure that's all even, and it is. Make sure your wrench is going the right way. You won't get aggravated as much. And now we're going to move to this back side. Make sure everything's even. So this top panel, I'm pushing it this way just a little bit, and then I'm holding it down with my thumb. These panels could be an 1/8 inch long, an 1/8 inch short, a little bit this way. But it's real easy to move them in and tighten your bolt down. Now we'll go do the other side. Now that we have this piece built, it's a little easier to see what it's going to do while it's on the ground. We've essentially taken pieces out of one box, built this section, pieces out of another box, built this section. So we've taken the two ends of the beds and pre-built them. Now we can bring the other beds into this one and connect them. So now it's a little easier to see. We assembled our center section from the end of this kit and the end of this kit. By making these sub-assemblies in a nice place like a garage or on a patio, you can pre-assemble most of your things and then take them to their final location and do your final assembly. In this case, we've got our center section. We'll move the small bed in place. The large bed sounds like a Tyrannosaurus Rex when I move that thing on the concrete. We've brought the two beds together. Now all that we need to do is put our bolts in either side. Now if you're putting wood on top of this, we suggest just adding a bracket at least every 7 foot. So down there we have a bracket. We go 7 foot. We'll put another one right there. With your bracket here, you can buy a 12-foot board and make your miter cuts. Right now, we're looking at a 10.5 foot long bed. So if you can buy a 12-foot board, then just use one bracket there. But if people get in the situation to where they need to either buy shorter lumber because they can't haul longer stuff, or they build their bed so long that you can't buy lumber that long, at these joints, we would put 2 brackets. And so now our first board will be less than 8 foot, and we'll have a butt joint right here. And then our next board will start with a butt joint, and we'll end with our miter joint with 2 brackets. When we do that, we want to keep those boards from twisting. So we have a splice cover. So that splice cover will sit right on that joint, and you'll screw it down just like the miter cover. When you look at the items in the wood kit, you have 8 wood support brackets, and then you have 4 miter covers. If you get in the situation where you need a couple more brackets, don't buy a whole nother wood kit. Just email, call, text. When you order, what I ask customers to do is there's a comments field. And in the comments field, you could put, hey, send me a couple more brackets. This is what I'm doing. If you would like to call or text, email, let me know what you're doing. I can figure it out for you. But after watching these videos, if you determine that you need a couple more brackets, don't buy a whole kit, just ask and we'll supply them.